Today, I'm going to show you how to make the easiest elastic skirt out of 2 simple squares. You don't need a pattern, just 2 easy measurements. I'm also going to take you on a spring walk around our homestead. As the weather changes to spring, it's time to start thinking about packing away our winter clothes and bringing out clothes that are more suitable for warmer weather. One of my favorite ways to freshen up a springtime wardrobe is by making some elastic skirts. I have found that I can make a skirt for less than the price of what I can purchase one at a thrift store. I'm always eager to use sewing to save money for our family, and I'm always eager for an excuse to play with fabric, so making elastic skirts is a great way for me to be able to do both. Spring is a busy time for our family. Outside, we are kept busy with baby animals being born and with garden preparations. We have a berry garden full of all sorts of berries that need to be weeded and pruned. Our vegetable garden is nearly ready for the gardening season, with thick layers of compost put onto our garden rows. Our fruit trees are flowering and buzzing with honeybees. I love being able to grocery shop right outside my back door, and asparagus is always the first homegrown food of spring that I get to cook for my family. I planted this asparagus from a $3 seed packet several years ago, and it has done so well in this little patch. Today we get to eat it for our lunch. I just like to cook it with some salt and some butter. I'm also cooking some sausage and some eggs from our ducks and our chickens. After lunch, I got right to work on the first of some spring skirts. To make this skirt, you are going to cut out 2 squares of fabric and 1 piece of elastic that is 3/4 inch wide. For the length of your squares, measure out how long you want your skirt to be and add 4 inches to that measurement. For the width of each square, measure out the full width of how wide you want your skirt to be around your waist. Each square should be the full width of your waist. At this point, you can also iron your fabric. With how hot an iron gets, I'm never very eager to get mine out while my kids are awake, so I often skip ironing my fabric. Put your 2 squares right side together, making sure they are lined up evenly. Use a 1/2 inch seam allowance to sew the length side of your squares together. Only sew one side of your skirt. Next, we will use a zigzag stitch all the way around your skirt, right at the edge of your fabric. This will help keep your skirt from fraying. You might notice that I went ahead and sewed a zigzag stitch through both layers of fabric on the length side I just sewed together. We will be hemming the bottom of our skirt as the final step of making this skirt, so it's not necessary to use a zigzag stitch on this edge. But if you're not quite sure which is the bottom of your skirt, just go ahead and use a zigzag stitch all the way around. Measure your elastic 1 inch smaller than your waistband measurement and cut it. This will be the waistband of your skirt. To make a waistband for your skirt, fold down the top edge of your fabric and use your elastic as a guide to see just how far you need to fold down your fabric. Only fold down just enough to cover your elastic and then add a little bit of extra fabric so that you have enough room to sew a seam across your waistband. Attach a safety pin to the end of your elastic. Use a second safety pin to secure the other end of your elastic to your skirt. This will hold your elastic into place so that it doesn't get lost inside your waistband. Use your safety pin that's only attached to your elastic to weave the elastic through your waistband. Once the elastic comes out the other end of your waistband, sew the elastic firmly into place on both ends before removing your safety pins. Fold your skirt in half, sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance up the side of your skirt. The last thing we are going to do is hem the bottom of the skirt. You may have used a zigzag stitch along the bottom edge of your skirt, or you might not have. Either way, fold the bottom edge of your skirt over twice and sew all the way around your skirt. Thank you for coming along with me on this cozy spring day. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would like it, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video.